Have you ever watched a volleyball match and felt amazed by the skills and power of the players? Well, if you're a fan of volleyball, you probably know who Yuri Nishida is. He's known for something else: his disrespect for his opponents. In this video, we're going to show you some of the most disrespectful moments in Yuri Nishida's career, where he taunted, mocked, or humiliated other volleyball players. The fifth time we're going to look at is when Nishida faced Italy in the 2018 FIVB Volleyball Men's Nation League. This was Nishida's first international performance with the Japanese national team, and he made a huge impression by scoring 24 points, including 21 spikes and 3 aces, in Japan's first win over Italy in 11 years. However, he also showed his lack of sportsmanship by mocking Italy's captain, Ivan Zatstev, who is one of the best opposites in the world. After scoring an ace against Ivan, Nishida pointed at him and shouted, "You are nothing," in English, which was clearly audible on the broadcast. Ivan was visibly annoyed by Nishida's taunt, but he did not respond verbally. Instead, he let his game do the talking, as he scored 28 points in the match, including 4 aces of his own. Ivan also posted a picture on his Instagram account after the match with the caption, "Respect is everything," implying that Nishida lacked respect for him and his team. This incident sparked a lot of controversy and criticism from the volleyball community, who accused Nishida of being arrogant and disrespectful to a senior and experienced player like Ivan. Nishida later apologized for his behavior and later said that he was carried away by the heat of the moment. He also admitted that he admired Ivan as a player and wanted to learn from him. He said that he hoped to face him again in the future and show him his improved skills and manners. The fourth time we're going to look at is when Nishida faced Brazil in the 2019 FIVB Volleyball Men's World Cup. Brazil is the most successful team in volleyball history, having won 3 Olympic gold medals with 9 world championships. They're also known for their passionate and expressive style of play, which often involves celebrating every point with enthusiasm and emotion. Nishida, however, did not seem to appreciate Brazil's spirit, as he tried to provoke them with his gesture and words throughout the match. For example, after scoring a point with a spike, Nishida would often stare down at Brazil's players or point at them with his fingers and say, "You can't stop me." He also yelled, "Come on," or "Let's go" in English several times, challenging Brazil to play better. Brazil's players did not take kindly to Nishida's disrespect, and they responded by playing even harder and louder than before. They also gave Nishida a taste of his medicine by pointing at him or shouting back at him whenever they scored a point against him. The match ended with Brazil winning 3-1 and Nishida scoring 22 points. Brazil also clinched in 3rd consecutive World Cup title and its 10th overall with the victory. Nishida was named the best opposite spiker of the tournament, but he also received a lot of boos from the Brazilian fans, who were unhappy with his attitude. Brazil's coach said that he respected Nishida as a player but not as a person. He said that Nishida needed to learn how to behave on the court and respect his opponents. He also said that Brazil played with more motivation and energy because of Nishida's provocation. The third time we're going to look at is when Nishida faced Iran in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics quarterfinals. This was Japan's first appearance in the Olympic quarterfinals since 1992, and they faced a tough opponent in Iran, who had beaten them twice in the preliminary round. The match was close and an intense affair, with both teams fighting for every point. Nishida was one of Japan's main weapons, as he scored 30 points in the match. For instance, after scoring a point with a spike or a block, Nishida would imitate Iran's signature move of raising their arms above their heads and clapping their hands together. He also copied Iran's libero of pointing at his chest after making a good digger pass. Iran's players were clearly irritated by Nishida's mockery, but they did not lose their composure or focus. They kept playing their game and eventually won the match 3-2, eliminating Japan from the tournament. This was Iran's first Olympic semifinal berth in the volleyball history. They went to lose to France in the semifinals and to Argentina in the bronze medal match, finishing 4th overall. Japan ended up 5th after beating Poland in the classification match. Iran's captain said that he was surprised by his behavior and that he did not expect such disrespect from a Japanese player. He said that Nishida should have shown more gratitude and respect to Iran, who helped Japan qualify for the Olympics by beating China in the Asian qualifiers. He also said that Nishida's imitation of Iran's celebration was childish and ridiculous. The second time we're going to look at is when Nishida faced Poland in the 2021 FIVB Volleyball Men's Nations League semifinals. Poland is one of the best teams in the world right now, having won 2 world championships in 2014 and 2018. They have some of the most talented and experienced players in the sport. Nishida, however, did not seem to respect Poland's players or their achievements as he tried to intimidate them with his gestures and words during the match. For example, after scoring a point with a spike or a serve, Nishida would often flex his muscles or pump his fist as to show his strength and confidence. He also shouted, "Come on," or "Let's go" in English several times, challenging Poland to play better. Poland's players did not back down from Nishida's intimidation, and they responded by playing with more determination and aggression. They also showed their displeasure with Nishida's disrespect by shaking their heads or rolling their eyes whenever he celebrated a point. The match ended with Poland winning 3-1 and Nishida scoring 23 points. Poland also advanced to the first ever Nations League final with this win, while Japan had to settle for the bronze medal match. Nishida was praised for his skills and potential, but he was also criticized for his arrogance and lack of humility by some fans and commentators. Some of them compared him to Poland's captain, Kubiak, who is also known for his fiery and outspoken personality, but who also shows respect and sportsmanship to his opponents. They said that Nishida should learn from Kubiak how to balance his passion and professionalism on the court. The first and final time we're going to look at is when Nishida faced Italy again in the 2021 FIVB Volleyball Men's Nations League Final. This was a rematch of the 2018 match where Nishida disrespected Ivan Zetstev, and both teams were eager to win the title. The match was thrilling and high-level contest, with both teams displaying their skills and power. Nishida was once again Japan's top scorer, as he scored 26 points in the match. However, he also repeated his disrespectful behavior towards Ivan and Italy's players by pointing at them or shouting at them after scoring a point. Ivan and Italy's players did not forget Nishida's previous insult, and they were determined to make him pay for it. They also play with more passion and emotion than ever before, celebrating every point with joy and pride. They also gave Nishida a hard time in the court by blocking his spikes or serving at him with force. The match ended with Italy winning 3-2 and Ivan scoring 27 points. After the match, Ivan hugged Nishida and whispered something in his ear, which some fans speculated was a message of respect or forgiveness. Italy also claimed their first Nations League title with the victory, while Japan finished fourth in the tournament. Nishida was awarded as the best server in the tournaments, but he also apologized for his behavior and said that he learned from Ivan and Italy's players. He said that he realized that he had been too rude and immature in the past, and that he wanted to grow as a player and a person. He also said that he was impressed by Italy's performance and teamwork, and that he hoped to play again with them in the future with more respect and friendship. He said that he was grateful for Ivan for his kind words and gestures, and that he considered him a role model and a rival. There are some of the times when Yuri Nishida disrespected other volleyball players and how they reacted to his antics. What do you think of Nishida's behavior? Do you think he is a good or bad example for young volleyball players? Do you think he will change his attitude in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.